Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans? So the word is, Floyd Mayweather always comes back around May. We know Canelo's fighting on Cinco de Mayo. We don't know the opponent. But a lot of the speculation is around Miguel Cotto. If he beats Austin Trout, it looks like the winner of that fight might get Canelo. But a backup plan, if Cotto loses, could be Floyd Money Mayweather. And that would make for a very interesting fight. Canelo's still a very young fighter. He'll probably be 23 years of age when he steps in the ring with Mayweather, if that fight comes to fruition. However, who do we like in that fight? A few of you guys, requested me to break this down, so I'm going to do my best to break it down. I think Canelo has two-fisted power. I think he's very young. And I think he's fought fighters that are nowhere near the level of a Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that's a problem for him. Like, could you imagine going from Jose Zito Lopez, known for being a 140-pound fighter, to Floyd Mayweather Jr., the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? That is hard to make, those adjustments that you got to make. And the thing about Canelo is he hasn't even been in with a purely defensive-oriented fighter. So, based on that, if he hasn't been in with an Erislandy Lara, he doesn't have too much preparation for a guy like Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that's the problem I see for Canelo, is he's not going to be prepared to face a guy like Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's just, you don't get prepared fighting guys like Jose Zito Lopez, Shane Mosley, Alfonso Gomez. That's not how you get prepared to fight a guy like Floyd Mayweather Jr. So, I see that as big issues for him. And that's a big reason why I tend to sway towards Floyd Mayweather Jr. Due to experience, due to stamina. A lot of people think his foot movement is dying, and he seems to be more flat-footed, but I tend to disagree. I think he's getting older, and he has fought more flat-footed. That's evident in his Miguel Cotto fight. He was standing in front of Cotto a lot of that fight. Same for Victor Ortiz. However, it's not like his leg movement was completely gone. He was still moving around the ring. And I just think that, HBO's been on his ass about being such a defensive fighter and not, giving the fans an entertaining fight. And now he's finally fighting right in front of fighters that are pretty much his size. I think against bigger fighters, he does have to bring back his foot movement. And I think he'll be able to do that because we know Floyd Mayweather, he's always been able to adjust to his opposition. That's always been one of his keys to victory. And, he did it against Zab Judah, he did it against Shane Mosley. I think he could bring back his foot movement. I don't think it's gone. I just think he decided not to move around as much for fans' sake and for HBO's sake, just so, they don't have to say so much negative things about him during his fights and after his fights. So, overall, I don't see Floyd Mayweather's foot movement completely gone. I just think he's intentionally stood in front of his opponents to make it a much more fan-friendly fight. Overall, I do think if this fight happens, Floyd Mayweather needs to move around the ring. He cannot allow himself to be backed up against the ropes, because that's where Canelo, I think, would have his greatest advantage, is with Mayweather on the ropes. Overall, Mayweather is a defensive master, and he's very comfortable with having his back on the ropes. I don't see that as a good spot for him to be fighting, especially against Canelo, who has two-fisted power. So, overall, as long as Floyd Mayweather brings his foot movement, I think he can beat Canelo via unanimous decision. I obviously don't think he'll knock him out, but Canelo has flaws that has not been shown. He has a jab that he pushes out there, but he doesn't throw a right hand behind it. He lets himself be countered because of that. Another aspect is he doesn't really cut off the ring. Against Floyd Mayweather, if he's not going to try and outbox him, he's going to have to cut off the ring and go to the body, and he's going to have to put that work into the body. And I haven't seen Canelo Alvarez able to cut off the ring against any of his opponents. Because his opponents have been always right in front of him. So for Canelo Alvarez to be fighting guys like José Lopez and to go right up there against a defensive masterpiece in Floyd Mayweather, I think that's bad matchmaking, and I just don't think it's going to happen. If it does, I think Canelo would be rushed into a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and it would be easy pickings. I think Floyd Mayweather wins a decision. Although I think Floyd Mayweather may be hurt at times, Canelo has tremendous punching power, and if he lands a vicious left hook, it could definitely hurt Mayweather. But I've seen enough from Mayweather to know that he's able to recover, and he's able to adjust, and he's able to clinch. Not many fighters understand the beauty of clinching when you're hurt and really taking a breather. Except for Floyd Mayweather, he understands that completely, and I think he has the edge in speed, he has the edge in defense, he probably has an edge in stamina. No one conditions like Floyd Mayweather. I think Mayweather wins this fight by decision if it happens next year, Cinco de Mayo. Canelo Alvarez needs a fight against either Erislandy Lara or Miguel Cotto, but I think Lara more because he's more of a defensive fighter. Canelo Alvarez doesn't face too many pure defensive fighters like an Erislandy Lara, who he would need to cut the ring off in order to truly beat. So I think it would be good for him to fight Erislandy Lara before he fights Mayweather. That'll really get him prepared for a more of a defensive-oriented type fighter. So overall, I do like Floyd Mayweather in the fight. I think he wins a decision. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet Canelo by knockout, Straw against Mayweather by decisions. That's how I see the fight, guys. It is what it is. Peace out, take care.